everybody's little brother. Before he turned 17, Jaleel Harris had a growth spurt. He got so tall so suddenly, he almost had to duck to come into the house. My name is Renita Joseph, and I was Jaleel's godmom, legal guardian, and, well, really just his mom. My family embraced him. Jaleel is my two children's little brother. Jaleel is family. That was the easy part. Jaleel had a way about him that made people connect with him, and his older siblings adored him. He was everyone's little brother. Because of his strong academic talent, Jaleel was recruited into a new Oakland charter school in 7th grade. But Jaleel's emotional pain and frustration were beginning to show. He was angry. He craved the attention of his birth mother, who often failed to appear when she had promised she would. Jaleel's birth mom suffers with addiction issues. Jaleel would spend the entire day perched on the front steps waiting in vain for her to arrive. At the charter school, surrounded by students with more resources than he was used to, Jaleel stole money from a classmate. Even with those challenges, he still made the honor roll. Jaleel spent his 8th grade year living with his older sister and going to school in Vallejo. When Jaleel came back to Oakland for 9th grade, his grades began to slip. In the 10th grade at McClymonds High School, Jaleel turned it around. He got A's and B's. He said that he wanted to show everyone what he was capable of. Then he got arrested for stealing someone's phone, for which he was sent to juvenile hall. After his release, he was arrested for a carjacking. This time he was in juvie for 7 months before the charges were dropped. For 12th grade, Jaleel went to Dewey, still on track to graduate with his class. On a sweltering Monday in September 2020, Jaleel and a friend were going to a vigil for a 16-year-old boy who had just been murdered. The air conditioner was on, and I was feeling strangely restless. I kept worrying that Jaleel may have forgotten his key, that the noise of the AC might be drowning out his knocking at the front door. I checked for him several times, but he did not come home. A little after 10 p.m. on September 28, 2020, I got a call from his friend. Jaleel had been shot. That's all they knew. Urgently, our family gathered at Highland, only to learn that Jaleel had been shot in the head and had died. Each of us family was thrown into the dark hole. It's a place of anxiety, fear, guilt, and loneliness. It's a hole no one ever really leaves full time. One day, shortly after his death, I found a book, 3,000 Questions About Me. Jaleel had answered many of the questions. There were questions like, what is the best thing about having a girlfriend? Another was, what is your greatest fear? To which he answered, dying young. Unfortunately, we know this is not a rare fear among young men growing up in East Oakland. They see their friends and classmates falling or carrying weapons in a misguided attempt at self-protection. It was in the immediate aftermath of Jaleel's death that Youth Alive's Jessica Segura came into my life. Jessica is the manager of Youth Alive's Khadafy Washington Project, which sends trained crisis responders to support families of homicide victims within 24 hours of each Oakland killing. KWP provides light in the darkness for families in shock, for traumatized mothers who have no idea where to turn or what to do when their child has been murdered. Jessica helped my family apply for victim compensation to help pay for the funeral that was held at Chapel of the Chimes. Jessica and I remain close today. Nearly 4 years later, I am able to smile when I tell stories of life with Jaleel, of teaching him to drive, of convincing him to jump in a hotel swimming pool in his underwear, of road trips to Pismo Beach for his sister's birthday, and how all the way home in the car, Jaleel pored over his laptop doing his homework. One thing that helps me is helping others. I regularly attend Youth Alive's Powerful Healing Circle of Care, a monthly support group for mothers who have lost children to the gun in Oakland. A new mother will come and she'll say her baby was killed a month ago, and I can remember exactly how bad I was after only a month. Circle of Care is also an opportunity to help, to guide and reassure. It allows me to step out of my grief when I can help someone just beginning. Helping others helps me heal. I'll put it like this: sometimes I can jump out of the hole, but there's no getting out of it completely. You just learn to deal with it. It's not even a day-by-day thing, but a moment to moment.